Ever wondered how a band can go from gloomy post-punk anthems to upbeat pop hits and still be one of the most influential groups of all time? Today, we're diving deep into the incredible story of The Cure, a band that has defined and defied genres for over 4 decades. Our story begins in 1976, not with The Cure, but with a band called Easy Cure, formed by a young Robert Smith on vocals and guitar, alongside his schoolmates Michael Dempsey on bass and Lowell Tolhurst on drums. They were soon joined by local guitarist Porl Thompson. For a year, they honed their sound, writing music and playing gigs across southern England. But by 1978, a change was in the air. Porl Thompson departed, and the band shortened their name to the one we all know and love. The Cure? This leaner trio quickly caught the attention of producer Chris Perry, who signed them to his brand new label, Fiction Records. In May of 1979, The Cure unleashed their debut album, Three Imaginary Boys. It was a fresh, energetic introduction. But it was the non-album singles that followed, Boys Don't Cry and Jump in Someone Else's Train, that truly started to define their unique sound. Soon after, another lineup change saw Michael Dempsey leave. He was replaced by 2 key figures, Simon Gallup on bass and Matthew Hartley on keyboards. This new quartet was ready to explore the darker, more introspective side of Robert Smith's songwriting. The result was their 1980 masterpiece, 17 Seconds. This album was a shift towards a minimalist, atmospheric sound, and it gave the world their first major hit single, the haunting and unforgettable track, A Forest. The band embarked on an intense world tour, but the road took its toll, and Matthew Hartley decided to leave. Now, a trio, once again, Smith, Tolhurst, and Gallup pushed even further into melancholic territory. Their 1981 album, Faith, was a collection of mournful, atmospheric soundscapes. Yet it still produced a successful single with Primary. But this fascination with despair was about to reach its peak. In 1982, they released Pornography, an album that's been described as a relentless sonic attack. It was a dark, suffocating, and powerful record that cemented their reputation as the kings of gothic rock. The tour that followed was notoriously volatile, reflecting the album's intensity. Just as the single The Hanging Garden was released, the band fractured again, with bassist Simon Gallup making his departure. It felt like The Cure might be over, but Robert Smith, feeling the immense pressure and darkness of the last few years, decided to do the most unexpected thing imaginable: go pop. He deliberately steered the band in a completely new, much lighter direction. This pivot resulted in a string of brilliantly quirky and danceable singles in 1983. First came Let S Go to Bed, followed by The Walk, and then the absolutely iconic, demented cartoon jazz of the Love Cats. These tracks, collected on the album Japanese Whispers, showed a whole new side to The Cure and brought them a new wave of fans. The experimental phase continued into 1984 with a strange and hallucinogenic album, The Top, which featured the psychedelic singer The Caterpillar. The tour for this album saw another lineup shift, with Porl Thompson returning on guitar, Andy Anderson joining on drums, and Phil Thornalley on bass. This era was captured on the live album Concert, but the most classic lineup was just around the corner. By 1985, the band solidified into what many consider its most influential form. Boris Williams took over on drums, and in a crucial move, Simon Gallup returned to the fold on bass. This re-energized 5-piece created The Head on the Door, an album buzzing with creative energy. It was a perfect blend of their pop sensibilities and alternative routes, spawning 2 of their biggest international hits: the instantly recognizable In Between Days and the cleverly crafted Close to Me. The success was immense. To capitalize on it, they released Standing on a Beach in 1986, a brilliant collection of their singles to date. That same year, they reached a major milestone, headlining the Glastonbury Festival for the very first time. The band was on fire. They expanded to a sextet with the addition of Roger O'Donnell on keyboards. This lineup produced 1987's Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me, a sprawling, ambitious double album that showcased them in the extraordinary stylistic range. From pop hits to moody epics, it had everything. But the decade wasn't over. In 1989, they released what is widely considered their magnum opus, Disintegration. A work of powerful, brooding grandeur, it was a return to their darker themes but with a newfound maturity and scale. It became a global phenomenon, producing 4 hit singles and solidifying their status as stadium-filling superstars. During this period, founding member Lol Tolhurst left the band. The subsequent Prayer Tour was a massive success, captured on the live album Entreat. The band entered the 90s at the peak of their powers. In 1992, they released Wish, a richly diverse, guitar-driven album that many fans and critics hailed as their best work. It was another commercial smash, delivering 3 more hit singles, including the deliriously joyful Friday, I'm in Love. The supporting Wish tour was a global victory lap, playing 2 sold-out arenas around the world. But as is often the case with The Cure, change was on the horizon. After the whirlwind of the Wish tour, both Paul Thompson and Boris Williams departed. The search for a new drummer ended in 1995 with Jason Cooper, who remains with the band to this day. Keyboardist Roger O'Donnell also rejoined the group. This new lineup released Wild Mood Swings in 1996, an eclectic album that, as its title suggests, shifted between various styles. They followed it with the Swing Tour, continuing to play to their dedicated global fan base. As the decade ended and the millennium drew to a close, The Cure recorded the Grammy-nominated album Blood Flowers, released in 2000. Many critics and fans lauded it as their best studio work in years, a thematic bookend to pornography and disintegration. It was supported by the Dream Tour, a massive worldwide outing where they played to over 1 million people. In 2004, working with famed producer Ross Robinson, they released their self-titled album, The Cure. It was a raw, direct, and powerful record that spawned 3 singles and led to the hugely successful Curiosa Festival tour across North America. The years that followed saw the band continue to tour, reissue their classic albums with bonus material, and undergo a few more lineup changes, including Paul Thompson rejoining for a time before departing again. A momentous occasion arrived in 2019 when The Cure were finally inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, a long overdue recognition of their incredible impact and legacy. Never a band to rest on their laurels, in 2022 they embarked on the shows of a Lost World tour. This tour saw yet another familiar face return, with Perry Bamonte, who was in the band through much of the 90s, rejoining on guitar and keyboards for their epic 3-hour shows across Europe and North America in 2023. From post-punk pioneers to pop icons, and from gothic legends to stadium rock gods. The story of The Cure is a testament to the singular vision of Robert Smith and the enduring power of their music. They've soundtracked our joy and our sadness, and after more than 45 years, they continue to captivate audiences around the globe, forever proving that boys sometimes do cry. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, look into the history of The Cure. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into your favorite artists. See you next time.